Hello. Most people know something about the cuckoo. Its call, which gives the bird its name. Its habit of using other birds and their nests to bring up its young. The fact that it stays so short a time with us, and that its habits are so predictable. There's an old rhyme which says, "The cuckoo comes in April, the cuckoo sings in May, in June she changes her tune, in July she flies away." Let's see how far this is true.
The familiar call is made by the male cuckoo to announce himself to the females and to warn other males that this is his territory. Cuckoos have short legs, rather like pigeons, but have long wings and tails and are strong, fast flyers. In flight, they look like birds of prey and are easily mistaken for hawks. The female is more slender and has brown markings around her neck and head. Sometimes she is completely brown, while the male looks mostly grey. Cuckoos arrive in their breeding areas as the first caterpillars of the season are becoming big enough to be worth eating. They eat large quantities of the hairy varieties that other birds avoid. There are plenty for the cuckoos, and they quickly recover from their long flight. This tail swinging is a part of the male's courtship display. Early in the breeding season, as the cuckoos are forming pairs, the males chase the females. Sometimes several males will pursue the same female. For most female birds, nest building stimulates egg laying. Cuckoos don't build nests, so the female gets the necessary stimulation from watching others and lays her eggs in their nests. In Britain, cuckoos have a number of different hosts for their eggs. Most common is the dunnock, or hedge sparrow, found in woodlands, hedgerows, and gardens. The meadow pipit is often chosen on open heathlands, and the pied wagtail in man-made environments. Near water, the reed warbler gets the doubtful honor. Cuckoos lay in the nests of the species that raised them. They lay eggs similar to the ones from which they themselves hatched, and these too are likely to be accepted by the host. Matching the blue eggs of the dunnock doesn't have to be done well. It will try to hatch anything egg-shaped. Other, more fussy birds will reject or abandon an egg that seems odd. All the species of foster parents feed their young on insects. A diet of seeds doesn't suit a young cuckoo, so seed eaters are avoided. Whatever the species of host, the cuckoo's method is the same. We look at one breeding season in a reed warbler colony in southern England. Most pairs of reed warblers raise 2 broods, so in a territory of 30 pairs, a cuckoo can lay up to 15 eggs without threatening the colony's survival. Reed warblers, like most birds, lay in the morning. Cuckoos lay in the late afternoon or early evening, every other day. On a laying day, she selects a nest with 1 or 2 eggs, and after watching for several hours, chooses a moment when the warbler is away, picks up an egg, and lays one of her own as a replacement. She flies off with the stolen egg in her bill and eats it before making her own bubbling call. In this case, although the color is well matched, the cuckoo's egg is larger. but the warbler accepts it. When the coast is clear, the hen must be in and out quickly to cause the least disturbance. That took just 5 seconds. Watch it again in slow motion. She takes an egg, lays her own, and flies off with the stolen egg. She has to take an egg so that the nest appears unchanged, and by taking it first, avoids carrying away her own. Her mate is nearby, and they resume their chasing. Cuckoos spend just 12 weeks in England. Once a pair has formed, they stay together for the rest of that time. The young cuckoo hatches after 12.5 days, short for so large a bird. Usually the cuckoo is the first chick in the nest. It chips away the shell with a temporary egg tooth on its beak. The warbler removes the shell. The cuckoo soon becomes restless, and after a few hours, it gets to work. For the first few days, its back is slightly hollow and very sensitive. The slightest touch sets off instinctive nest-emptying behavior. Although blind and otherwise helpless, it methodically eliminates its competition. It's going to grow much bigger than the reed warblers and needs all the food they can supply. The instinct to push things out of the nest lasts for only a few days before the back becomes rounded. But by that time, the cuckoo has the nest to itself. This procedure is repeated every 2 days in each cuckoo's territory. Even when another chick has hatched first, the cuckoo is strong enough to put it over the side. It seems strange that the parent warbler makes no move to interfere. Parent birds are stimulated to feed their young by gaping mouths, and the cuckoo chick is well equipped. It needs every scrap of food that 2 little foster parents can gather between dawn and dusk. They give it every attention, feeding it and removing fecal sacs. Soon the cuckoo is bigger than the warblers and fills the nest. At less than 3 weeks old, it threatens an intruder. It's an effective display, but at this age, the chick can neither fight nor fly away. Meanwhile, the adult cuckoos have distributed all their eggs and are feeding up for the flight back to Africa. Most have left England by the end of July, before their young are fully fledged. There's no relief for the reed warblers. The nest wasn't built to hold a cuckoo, and by 4 weeks, it's falling apart. The young cuckoo stretches its wings and preens, waiting for its flight feathers to grow. After a shaky start, it can soon make short, inelegant flights. Being raised by reed warblers has its dangers. The nests are close to water, and some cuckoos drown before they master flight. Those that survive still depend on their foster parents and are fed where they perch. As it grows bigger, the cuckoo becomes even more demanding and even aggressive. The time for independence is near. The young cuckoo is boldly barred in shades of brown for camouflage during the first few weeks on its own. Now it has the long wings and tail and flies well. Color apart, it looks in flight like an adult. At this time, there's a large hatch of caterpillars, and it's easy for the cuckoos to find the food they need to build up their reserves. Even the supposedly poisonous black and yellow caterpillar of the cinnabar moth goes down well with no ill effects. Other birds avoid these caterpillars, so cuckoos do a useful job in keeping their numbers down. The cuckoo is getting stronger and heavier all the time and will soon be ready to leave. It will fly without any guidance to the right part of Central Africa, to where its true parents came from and have already returned. 9 weeks ago, it was an egg, and now it's ready for a flight of several thousand miles. And away. Barring accidents, it will find its way to a predetermined part of Africa and return next year to find its own territory in a reed warbler colony. Other cuckoos from the nests of dunnocks, meadow pipits, wagtails and wrens, from heaths, farms and suburbs, are also leaving, to return next spring to lay in the nests of their foster species. A strange bird, the cuckoo.
Indeed, a strange bird. Isn't it remarkable how they lay their eggs in the nests of the same species of bird that raised them, and that the eggs are similar in color to the ones from which they themselves hatched? And the young cuckoo, how, when it leaves the nest, flies to the part of Central Africa several thousand miles away, where its real parents originally came from. What else, from what you've just seen, makes the cuckoo a most unusual bird? Goodbye.